liking that.
This version's great. I didn't expect that.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today, join us with Sam Smith, Master Fitter at Golf Repairs for You, where we're going to be exposing the Taylormade P770 irons off AliExpress. They were fake, Sam, and they cost £199.
Yeah.
We've done a couple of videos with these irons. The subscribers have asked if we can reshaft this 7-iron with a stock shaft and compare it with a demo iron 770 with a matching shaft, because they're convinced that it is the shafts that's, you know, obviously the major issue in these, and they're wanting to really find out what the heads are actually like. Now, we can't do that video today because obviously, you know, you didn't suggest that till yesterday, and obviously I couldn't go and get the demo iron. But we are going to have a look in detail at these irons and get your professional opinion. We've had my perspective, we've had handicap golfer Rob's perspective, and it's time for a master fitter's perspective. I mean, we've got no bias on these. We're just here to, you know, educate you guys, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll check everything. We'll check length, lie, swing weights, get some data. Yeah, just see how consistent we are throughout the set, really. But I've already seen the infamous pitching wedge, which is like a fishing rod.
Yeah. Be interesting. Where shall we start with these then? What would be the first thing you'd be checking?
We'll probably start like the length. So we'll check the length of everything, see if they've been cut consistently, basically.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Pitching wedge first. I think standard length, again, it depends if they've been cut to that. I think it should be 35 3/4 for a pitching wedge. So already that's really short. So that's about 35 1/4.
So about ½ inch too short.
Yeah, so let's try the 9. It depends if they've all been cut the same. So this now technically should be...
Would the Chinese market be different standard lengths?
Yeah, they can be.
Because these are being imported, obviously.
Yeah, so in fairness, that's 35 3/4. So that's also a little bit shorter.
Has that stepped ½ inch then?
That's ½ inch increment, yeah. So let's go
Would you expect that to stay consistent? Or?
You should do, yeah. Everything should be generally ½ inch now. So, yeah, again, 36 1/4. So that's right.
So that's stepped half.
Yeah. So it should be 36 3/4. Yeah. In a minute, lengths are consistent.
Taylormade are starting to get worried at this point.
So it should be 37 1/4. So it's a little tiny bit longer.
What, 1/4 inch? Or?
Being really picky, it's like maybe 1/8 inch, but, you know, it shouldn't be really a tolerance for length. So let's see this one then. So it should be 37 3/4 if keeping with the other set. Yeah, that one is. So the minute the 6 irons have been trimmed slightly out, and then the 4, so it should be 38 1/4, which I'd say basically it is, yeah. So the 6 irons slightly out.
In fairness, that's a lot better than I were expecting.
Yeah, I was expecting some to be, some short, some same length maybe.
Just 1 iron out. I mean, and if you were to look at them from here down, you know, obviously you couldn't really sort of tell much, could you? If you look at them from that point and are they stepped.
I mean, it's just stuff like, you know, I've noticed already on like the 4-iron, for example, where you can see the shaft's been installed. It's been installed like really offline. So it's just little bits like that. Like you wouldn't get that from like a genuine product.
Yeah.
But, you know, I wouldn't have got through kind of quality control. So again, if you check in, yeah, so they're all, yeah, so 4-iron mainly, maybe 1 or 2 ever so slightly misaligned, but yeah, so 4-iron's a bit out with the shaft alignment.
What about the big sort of performance aspects then? So that's going to be sort of loft and lies. It's going to be swing weight.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll check swing weight next. So
we've done a lot of videos with Sam on swing weight, and you know, when the swing weights vary, it can actually change the way the shaft feels in terms of flex. And we know that pitching wedge is scary.
Yeah, I mean, if you see on camera now,
is that the P?
That's a pitching wedge. That's ridiculously soft.
And it's supposed to be a stiff shaft, right?
Yeah, they're meant to be all meant to be stiff flex. I mean, that's like junior flex. That's even softer than what a lady's flex would be. Again, swing weight all depends if they all stay consistent, but this is incredibly light.
This is, what should this be, about D2? D3?
I'd say maybe probably like D0 because the shafts are a bit lighter. Graphite a lot of times can be lighter swing weight than steel. But yeah, it shouldn't be like C5. So again, if we check now, 9 iron.
What would surprise me is if they're all matching.
No, it's even lighter.
Is that?
So that's C3.5.
Is that a swing weight you would ever fit for anybody?
I think the lightest I've ever fit. Be watching this, Jamie. I fit him yesterday. C5.5. Reason being, it was the only way you could get it releasing the club if you go that light. But it's not a common thing. So this is where they struggle. They don't know how to kind of get. They just stick them in. They don't really care about the weighting. So that's C6.5. So already you've got 3 irons. Not one of them are the same. 7 iron. That's now gone back lighter.
Is that the material in the head? It
could be. That's about C3.5. Could be a number of things. Could be obviously because the shafts and grips aren't genuine. There's tolerances everywhere, so the grip weights can vary, shaft weights can vary, obviously head weights could vary. So yeah, trying to get everything all exactly the same swing weight, it's just not going to be possible. And
in terms of, let's for instance say, you obviously fit PXG product.
Yeah.
What would the sort of normal tolerances you would expect to see?
Not a lot at all. I mean, now and again, when I'm building the sets, you might need ever slightly different weights at the back to achieve the same swing weight. Because there's always going to be, half a gram or 1 gram maybe tolerance, but no more. Where these are just way out. So I mean, in a minute, that's the heaviest at C6.5. I've had C3.5, but that's 6 grams difference in head weight. To get them the same. Which is quite a lot, really.
I mean, a lot of subscribers sat at home, handicapped new golfers are going to be saying, well, I wouldn't pick up on 6 grams of weight. How would that play? Obviously, because people are thinking 6 grams of weight.
Quite a lot.
But in terms of swinging a golf club, it's more, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it affects your timing. You can change that path as well. You change your release. I think a lot of times you'll have a lot of people go like, oh, really get on with me 8 iron, or really hate me 6 iron. And the odds are the weighting might be out.
Yeah.
And that's the reason. Again, this is really light, this one. C1. So we've had from C1 to C6.5 at a minute.
Rob's favourite club in the set with a 4 iron.
Okay.
Our handicap golfer. So let's see what this is swing weighted at. I might give him this iron actually at some point, but he really liked this.
C4.5. Kind of in between everything. But yeah, that's such a huge tolerance. Again, I think normal manufacturers are maybe 1 swing point either way. Obviously, that's 5.5. So yeah, if that was being built by Taylormade, genuine product, that wouldn't have got through quality control. It'd have to have been rebuilt.
Yeah.
So yeah,
what's your first impressions like looking at the heads as obviously as a fitter?
I mean, you can tell straight away they're not forged. It does clearly say it there. You can it's just how it's wearing.
Yeah.
You can just tell straight away it's cast. And again, when you hit it, you'll be able to tell it's cast. Even with, I noticed with the slits on the longer irons, but it's meant to be like rubber inside there. I'm sure you won't mind me doing this, Gary. Have a knife. I don't think that's rubber. I think it's just literally metal. Yeah. Yeah, that's not rubber. So there's not even rubber in there. It's just a slit with milled in.
And painted.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, that's not even rubber.
Yeah, true.
So it's just stuff like that. But, you think when they're brand new, all shiny, a lot of people might not think anything of it.
Well, Rob, our handicap golfer, didn't even know. He was saying, look, they're so well engineered. He was saying, like, you can just tell that they're expensive golf clubs.
Yeah.
I had no idea that they were obviously 199 in steel. They're about £167.
Yeah. So we'll need to check loft and lies as well. So
if the lofts were wrong, is this something you could bend?
I want to try, because I reckon it could snap.
Shall we try it?
If you want me to snap one.
Let's have a look at loft and lies, guys. We will actually get one in the bending bar. If it snaps, then...
Which one shall I do?
Well, if it snaps... What should we go? I don't want to go 4 iron because Rob potentially wants that, but then I don't want to go middle at set or it'll ruin the full set.
Should I go 5 iron?
Should we go?
I don't do the wedge because the wedge is.
I think we probably could do. We're doing 4 iron.
Yeah.
If it doesn't snap, Rob, you can have it. If it snaps, we're ever so sorry.
So let's. Where is it for?
What would? Shall I check the standard spec?
Yeah, check the standard loft and lie. Again, obviously, in theory, it doesn't have to be that, but you'd expect if it's just been ordered brand new, it should be kind of standard loft and lie.
Let me have a look. P770 iron. Sorry, 4 iron. So 4 iron should be 22.5 degrees.
Okay.
And it should be 61 degrees in lie. And D2 swing weight.
Yeah, so that was way to the swing weight. What lie, sorry?
61 degrees.
Yeah, it is.
Is it
it's
61? Wow.
So lie angle actually is 61.
And what about loft?
The loft is 23.5. So
Wow,
I've got to alter it.
Only 1 out. I mean, that's within sort of tolerance, isn't it?
In theory, yeah, it is, to be fair.
Shall I have a little look at just sort of a couple of other irons in this set?
Yeah.
Just have a look at wedge.
Shall I bend this back to a standard loft?
You can if you want.
Let me.
Do you think it'll move 1 degree?
I'll give it a go. I'll be able to tell if it's going to be.
Can you feel if it's brittle? Because you do this a lot.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Is it moving?
I'm not going to move there, not. That shows you they're not forged. I don't even think that's.
Have you managed to move it?
I have moved it, but yeah, that was a lot harder. If I'd have done that pressure with a forge, I'd have moved about 5 degrees.
Do you think that you could move it any more than 1, or?
I bet you could, but you'll get to point. You'll do it, and all of a sudden it'll just crack. So yeah, it's not cracked, but it's. I think 4 irons survived.
Well, good news for Rob.
Yeah,
we've saved you magic 4 iron.
Yeah, it's no damage, but yeah, it's definitely harder to alter than normal.
Let's have a look at wedge.
Pitching wedge. What should this be?
Pitching wedge. Taylormade are sending me an offer. Decline offer. 46 degrees in loft. 64 degrees lie.
Okay. Lie. 65.
Right.
So that is a bit out.
Yeah.
What's the loft meant to be?
Loft meant to be 46.
45.
I mean, they are trying then, aren't they?
So, yeah.
When they're putting these clubs
so
together. They're not
bit
just
out.
chucking them together anyhow. I mean, they're within 1 degree.
So again, if that went to go back to standard, so when you go in weaker and flat.
We better do the 7 iron because that's what we're going to be using, aren't we, in our test?
Yeah.
So we'll get that back to standard specs.
Did move a little bit. Yeah, lie angle went. Just do the loft. Yeah, 100% not forged. But they do move. Not went a bit too far.
I mean, in terms of, these being 170 pound in steel.
Yeah.
I'm not expecting you to give them positive approval, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, if someone said I've only got a budget of that, and it'd be either that, I mean, what's equivalent to that that's not fake? It's going to be like
Ram, Dunlop.
Probably, yeah, it'd be cheaper than Ram, it'd be like Slazenger or something,
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, a Slazenger set or a fake Taylormade, I know what's going to look better in your bag.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can definitely see people's point why they want to do it, but we've just got to understand that there's going to be issues with them.
There's no point in getting this product and trying to compare it to real thing, is there?
No.
You can't expect that sort of performance, but...
Well, I'd say you compare this to, say, like I said, something that is genuine product at the same price point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be better or, similar. Definitely.
So we should be 33 degrees in loft, 62.5 lie.
So loft 34. What lie angle?
62.5.
So this is quite out. That's 60.5. So that's 2 degrees out.
Well, we're going to have to put that to the right life. We're going to do a comparison, aren't we?
So again, you think everything's slightly out, but then in theory we've checked 3 different clubs. Everything's not one thing's been right in terms of loft or lie.
Yeah.
When you think about it. So let's give us an alter.
We could do with this not snapping because we need this.
No, it doesn't seem too bad. It's only a bit more.
62.5.
Yeah, they are moving in fairness. Yeah. Okay.
There could do with you in the plant in China.
A little tweak on them. But yeah, so they've moved, which is one thing. So if you did buy them and you needed them, say 2 degrees up, rather, probably could move that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably not anymore.
Scary times, guys. Scary times. It's unbelievable what they're manufacturing now, isn't it? At such a budget price.
Yeah, definitely.
I think obviously for obviously the manufacturers, it is scary times for them.
Yeah, definitely.
Because if there's product being made at this price point,
I mean, what's 170 quid? What's that like? 8th of the price, 7th of the price, which is like crazy, really, isn't it? And you're not really going to get a 7th of the performance.
Yeah.
You know, I'd say money to performance ratio, you're probably going to be better value, really. So yeah, we'll hit some shots now and obviously get some data and see what the numbers say.
So Sam's just setting up this PXG iron. We're matching swing weight, Sam.
Yeah, I'll try and get it as light as the Taylormade 7 iron, but I'm not sure if I can get it as light. I'll check in a second. And then just getting the same loft and lie, just to keep it fair.
So we're just going to start by hitting 5 shots with a 770. Obviously 5 shots with a PXG, which you've set up as identical as you can.
Yeah.
Just to see if there's any standout differences in terms of performance. I didn't mean to do that. I think I hit that out the toe. Shall we delete that one?
It depends if that's what it's doing all the time with that club.
Well, we'll have a look. We can delete that at the end, guys, if it's inconsistent. That felt better, more at middle. Although when I did hit it out the toe, it felt like...
The shaft felt like it went
It felt like,
that.
yeah, it felt like, I don't know, like so unsolid, it were unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, I'd expect that, you know, if I got a toe shot with my own club, it won't feel as bad as that.
Yeah.
That felt nice. They're actually quite good, them, aren't they? And do you know, because it's quite a light shaft, I feel like I'm only tapping it.
They look quite low spin, though.
Do they? I'm absolutely piping that.
This version's great.
That miss it, though, it just scares you a bit, doesn't it?
That's the thing, that it's like, yeah, you hit 3 in a row decent, but then you miss it, was quite a big drop off.
I can't believe how well I'm hitting these, Sam. I don't think I've hit my own that straight. Is that 5?
That's 5, yeah.
Wow, this is going to be scary now. There's some pressure on me.
Pressure. So I've built it the closest we can. So I've done same loft, same lie.
Yeah.
Obviously PXG 03170, very similar head. Steel fibre FC 70 stiff. Kind of a lighter stiff shaft I offer.
Right.
So it's going to be the nearest comparison we can do, really.
Is that ready to roll?
It will be. Let's change the category.
On them good strikes. Well, we're only here to show you truth, aren't we?
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing else we can do. It is what it is. Probably never get a thing out of Taylormade for the rest of his life, but that's what it is. We're here for the people. I mean, that felt nice and solid.
Oh, way shorter.
Is it? To be fair, it feels a lot stiffer, the shaft.
That's the thing. Even though it's meant to be stiff,
Yeah.
I think it... I mean, that was 7.
Yeah.
I can't see that. That's not stiff. It plays like regular. Let's drive it left though.
That was nice.
That's interesting, that is.
What?
Just, it's a lot slower. A bit right. Definitely going shorter.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Shall we have a little look?
Yeah, I'm very intrigued.
Well, I think we need to have a look, don't we?
All I can think of is
well, this we never support. We never ever. It's not that people say, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't be promoting this or you shouldn't be promoting that. We're not trying to promote anything. All we're doing is sharing our findings. Where if it promotes it, then it's the club that's promoted itself.
dispersion as well. To be fair, yeah. I mean, it's going. It's obviously 9 yards difference in carry. Mainly to do with launch and spin because it's coming in a lot flatter. It's obviously good for distance, but normally not bad for control. But when dispersion was better anyway. Again, really consistent deviation, and obviously, yeah, ball speeds, yeah, about 3 miles an hour quicker. I don't know what to tell you. Really. I didn't expect that. Yeah, all I can think of is typically we didn't put a sticker on the P770. Your club head speed will be quicker.
Yeah,
and I think because the shaft's a little bit lighter, and it just kicks a lot more. But you just create a bit more like load into the shot.
You know, if we're going to be a bit more pessimistic, what you could say, because we've got to be fair on each point, is that if we did that same test with a pitching wedge, which we've seen obviously, out of control.
I think we need to do that now.
Do we need to do that?
I want to see this pitching wedge.
Yeah, but have we got a pitching wedge to compare it against?
You can do it with your own.
Yeah, just as a bit of an example.
Just an example of what a fitted set is. And then,
yeah,
I wanted to see it now.
Shall we just have a look? Come on, let's do it. We might as well. We've come this far.
Now, if that beats it, then I will be gobsmacked. So let's do that then.
Because this one gave me nightmares on James Robinson's channel. If you watch that video, I couldn't believe it when I first tried it.
It was funny. Right.
Yeah,
that's how much kick that's got.
Just saying there, if for any instance the swing speed's not the same, it's because if you watch,
you've got to wait for
away, it flexes. I don't know if you can see that. Even just that movement, you can see the head, can't you? I don't know if you can pick that up on camera, but if you know, like just that, it's flexing. So you've got to be careful. If I were to whip it back quick, you just lose control of the head. So, right,
it's a good training aid.
So that just really affected my strike. You know, I suppose if you just had one club in bag like this, you could just get reshafted, couldn't you? But
that's the risk you take, isn't it?
This is just the one club in the bag you would end up avoid using. I mean, we did. We played with these guys, if you've not seen the video. And we had to just avoid using this club. Because you just don't know what it's going to do.
I bet it feels like you can't commit to it.
It just feels as though, like, I've got to time it perfect.
Yeah.
You know, to get the strike, to get the club face square.
That's better. That's the thing, it's like, just fair, you've had a couple just vary like 20 yards in distance just because from the timing really and kind of trusted it.
And that with a wedge is definitely the wedge and not me, because it's not like I've got a forehand in my hand or anything too hard to hit.
Yeah, it's like that, out of nowhere, it's like gone nowhere.
Yeah.
Right, let's go hit your pitching wedge now just for comparison.
You're not a bad fitter, Sam.
That's the thing, like that one's gone a little bit shorter, so if that's kind of your miss hit,
yeah.
when you compare to the other one where it's like 20-30 yard drop off and it's like
yeah,
which you can't really afford to do.
Ball split.
Oh, that's why it's...
I knew. Yeah.
I wonder why the last couple went shorter.
Yeah. Taylormade.
Damn. Right.
Real Taylormade TP5. I thought when I ate that didn't sound right.
Yeah, the one before went shorter, and I was like, why's that dropped off loads? Try and find another TP5. I think I've got one there.
It's the pure power and strength. We'll take them last two out, guys, for the results. That's better.
Yeah, that's more like it.
It's not a very good advert, that is it, for Taylormade. We have definitely been blacklisted. I actually love the products. I've got a driver if anyone from Taylormade is watching.
Right, it should be enough. Let me take out them two ones and the ball one.
Let's just show Taylormade some love. What we've got in bag. We do love the product. We just, well, I suppose we weren't expecting these results, were we?
Yeah, you can see there. Interesting, when the ball cracks, all of a sudden your ball speed just drops off loads.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 there.
Were they one?
That one was like a major miss. I'll take that one out.
Yeah.
So we've got 4 of each. But yeah, so that's the difference there. That's where all of a sudden your ball speed goes the opposite and goes way quicker. 10 yards further. Numbers are more consistent, better dispersion. So it's done like literally the opposite of what the 7-iron was doing.
Yeah.
And that is the gamble. The 7-iron was great data, but then you could then have another club that's completely opposite.
Yeah.
So that is a risk you're going to take.
I suppose that's where us sort of more regular golfers, if you're watching a channel, regular golfer, that's where you can't afford to cut them costs.
Yeah, of course.
Whereas if you're just a Sunday golfer 6 times a year, that data is probably irrelevant to you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think, main thing to take away from it is literally, end of the day, you do get what you pay for.
Yeah.
You go cheaper end and look at products like that. Yeah, you got to expect that some stuff's not going to be 100% right, whether it's for swing weight or some random shaft slider fishing rod.
Yeah.
Where, obviously you buy a genuine product, you're not going to have any issues like that.
I think there's going to be 2 tosses to coin. There's going to be regular golfers who wouldn't touch it like us. I wouldn't want any of them anomalies in my set.
Yeah.
And then there's the other end of the scale that's probably not really going to care.
They're
probably going to think what a great review that is. Obviously it's shown that the product can actually perform.
Yeah, end of the day, it's up to the individual, isn't it? But we're just trying to provide the information to, just make your own mind up.
And I think we've done a great job of that. Sam, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Go and check Sam out at Golf Repairs for You. We've got some more videos coming today, some exciting ones. And any fitting needs any repairs, he's the best man in the business.
Oh,
and we'll be back in a few weeks' time to reshaft this 7-iron and just have a look to see what the real differences are in the head.
Yeah.
I mean, from what we've seen today, you never know, it might even beat the real product.
Who knows? But I think, like I said, when we get a genuine shaft in against, genuine Taylormade P770, exact same shaft, then you can't get any fairer than that, really.
I think in terms of obviously numbers and performance, we're not sure, and feel and stuff's hard to sometimes sort of show the subscribers, but we can only, do as best, can't we?
Yeah, exactly.
So thanks for watching, guys. If first time you've tuned in, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you in a couple of days' time. Cheers, Sam.
No problem.
And thanks, Dan, for recording. Bye.